Hey, this is Mark, and this is our beginner guitar series. Welcome. One of the questions I get all the time is, should I start with an electric or should I start with an acoustic? And there used to be this general theory that you should start with an acoustic guitar, and then as you advanced, you could move to an electric. And I don't subscribe to that at all. There are pros and cons to each type of guitar. It's really, my personal opinion is that you should start with whatever guitar inspires you the most. There are pros and cons to each. Like an acoustic guitar, obviously it's all self-contained. You can play it around a campfire in the middle of nowhere and you don't need any extra equipment. So it makes all the sound it needs in that one case. The electric guitar, you need extra equipment to make noise. It makes some noise when you play, but it's not nearly as loud as an acoustic. Of course, these days there are apps on phones where you can plug your electric guitar straight into a phone to use that as an amplifier. There are cheaper options than when I started playing. When I started playing, my father said he would pay for half of an acoustic if I paid for the other half. And I wanted to play an electric, so I saved up my money and bought an electric. And it financially wasn't the best decision in the world, but it worked for me because I wanted to play an electric guitar. That's what I was mostly interested in at the time. So it got me going, and eventually I bought, I've owned quite a few acoustics, but I like them both. They're both great instruments. What you learn on one of them easily translates to the other. So it's not like playing an electric is vastly different than playing an acoustic or vice versa. There are some cool tricks you can do on an electric that you can't, they're more difficult to do on an acoustic, but that deal with electronics. There are actually some pros to starting on an electric. The strings are typically thinner than the acoustic. So on the acoustic, sometimes it's difficult to push down to play the chords or play the solos and things on an acoustic just because the strings are bigger. So physically it's a little more demanding. The electric, the strings are a little thinner, it's a little easier to play those chords. So there are actually some advantages to playing an electric to start off with, if you don't mind dealing with the other things like finding an amp, things like that. So I hope that you found that beneficial. My advice is to go with whatever instrument inspires you the most. Okay. Peace. See you soon.